Trever, Aeon. I'm gonna break my foot off in your ass.
Hello, and welcome back. Apologies for the delay. A new Hearthstone mini-set came out, so I had to put a pause on this and make some videos for the new achievements over there. Alright, so let's remind myself of where I am in the story. Ah yes, Shadowheart and Lae'zel had a bit of a lover's spat. Trever had little patience for their bullshit. They will get along, or he will break off a foot in both of their asses. We found a Duergar who said he was looking for a runaway slave. Well, Trever did what he does with slavers. At this point, though, Trever does not care about some random pair of boots. Also, we discovered a Githyanki disc that held information about the lost Prince Orpheus. Lae'zel didn't want to talk about it, so Trever used the cipher he found to decrypt it himself. Apparently, this is heresy to the errant warrior, but Trever isn't invested enough in Githyanki culture to care much about that. He just wanted to know what was on the disc. So now we're going to follow this wall up around here and see where it takes us. At the very least, our party still needs to find the path to Moonrise Towers. Now, if you're already familiar with the game and have been following along our progress, you know that he has passed up the opportunity to go in that direction. The reason for that was given at the time. So now we are stuck and bound to explore further here. Also, recall that Shadowheart, in addition to her upcasted aid, has used up her other 3rd level spell slot for the day in an experiment trying to blast a certain door open, which did not work. We'll just have to deal with the resource management challenges for the day. Alright, let's head out.
Alright, what now? Something good here, I hope. Swift as my feet can carry me. Always room for more. Be cautious. Step carefully. There's a trap. Zentarim. Mercenaries and cutthroats. Useful friends if you can afford them.
Despite what the banter voice clip said, now that Trever has recognized the mark of the Zentarim, he has zero respect for any property he might find here. Additionally, if he does find any Zents in the area, he will toss them off a cliff.
Trap. Be cautious.
Ah yes, Trever recognizes this place now. He cleared out the Zents in the area, but he stopped short of descending down this elevator after unlocking its mechanism. He'll get a higher vantage point just to confirm, but then I'll rejoin you for the trip back down.
Here we go.
We did pick up a tougher chest, so Trever will try tossing it off the ledge. That wasn't nearly enough damage. Trever will have to find a longer drop. Alright, hopefully this will be enough to damage the chest. Yep, one more of those should do it.
What's that?
Can't afford to stay idle.
No one back home will ever believe this. How much farther can I go? Might be useful.
Assume nothing. Chaka! Torch stalk. Best watch my step. They like to explode.
All's well that ends.
Not sure what the other mushrooms are.
Don't mind if I do. Anything of use? Light on my feet.
Whatever comes, I'm ready. What do we have here?
No one's stopped me yet. Best be on my way.
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, he has come. He is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding.
I am sovereign.
You see a vision. Your lifeless body wrapped in fungal tendrils. The Sovereign is threatening you.
State your purpose.
This Sovereign just threatened Trever, and none of these are quite the response he would have to that. The only one that's actually abrasive is the one claiming to seek the gnome as a slave, and that response is disqualified. So let's go with the insight check. Seek understanding.
You detect a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy.
That opened an option to threaten to kill the Sovereign, but that is not Trevor's style. He uses intimidation to establish dominance and get his way, not just as an excuse to kill. So, he tries the Bard-specific option. Hum a tune in harmony with the Sovereign.
You detect a distinct quiver in every note. These creatures have experienced recent tragedy.
Interesting. That produced the same response as the insight check, but without needing a roll. Okay. He tries to connect with the Sovereign since it appears to be communicating telepathically.
The parasite is quiet. You feel no bond with the creature.
Finally, a choice must be made, with no truly representative options available. The thought crosses his mind, what would Karlach do? So he comes down on the side of helpfulness. Trever says he senses their fear, but he's there to aid them.
Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your true intent. Then the Sovereign drones a new melody, cautious but welcoming.
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you. Fungus and mold glaze the servant's face and body. Through music and vision, the Sovereign reveals its origins. You see a frothing Dwegar, axe drawn, crazed by bloodlust, bearing down on a young Myconid. A frightened Myconid circle conjures mildewed vines. They encircle and transform the Dwegar. It now belongs to the circle. It will obey the Sovereign.
Those mushrooms can raise the dead. That's interesting.
Fungus and mold glaze the grotesque creature's face and body. A voice drifts into your mind as you gaze upon the misshapen servant.
Leave this one. Come to me. We must speak.
Damn it all. Don't.
Her condition is familiar. Poison, derived from a wild weed common to the Underdark. She'll need an antidote soon, most likely held by the poisoner.
Trever asks the gnome how she ended up here.
Myconids. Oh, took pity on me. Sound lads, especially since the Greys gave him hell for it.
Sound shrooms. Snake druids, take note.
And then, who did this to her?
Dwegar slashed me.
In that case, this must be the runaway slave. Well, The thing the Duergar would likely want the least is for the antidote they carried to make it back to her. So that's exactly what Trever does.
Gods! Whatever that is, I needed it. Why are you helping me?
It is always useful to be owed a favor, for sure.
I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh, it hurts. Carl's garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me.
Trever points out, with some amusement, that she's in no condition to help anyone.
Maybe not, but you are. I need you to rescue my kin. We can pay. We're Ironhand Clan, best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Duergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake.
Trever asks what the Duergar are digging for.
Some dusty temple. It doesn't matter. They'll work my clan to death before they ever get near it.
And then about the expedition the gnomes were on.
Just mining for materials. Nothing unusual. But our work pays well. Help my clan and we'll make it worth your while, I swear.
Trevor's real motivation here is to take out a group of Duergar slavers, but he'll free her people too, if he can.
Thank you. Only wish I could go with you. But here... I nabbed these boots from the Greys when I ran. I'll feel better knowing you're using them to kick some Duergar ass. I'll mark where I made my escape, and wait here, I suppose. Not much choice, eh?
The only thing the Boots of Speed give you is the action Click Heals, but it's a good one. Click Heals is a bonus action that doubles your movement speed. Two things to note. First, there's a bug. That disadvantage to opportunity attacks actually hits you rather than your enemies when you use the action, which is unfortunate, but there's really not much to be done about it except be careful when you use the action. But the other thing, this isn't exactly a dash. A dash adds 1 unit of your regular movement speed. Click Heals doubles your current movement. So, for instance, let's say you have a movement speed of 9 meters. If you dash twice in a turn, using a haste effect of some kind, you would get plus 9 meters and then plus 9 meters again for a total of 27 meters. But, if you dash and then click Heals, you would get plus 9 meters for 18, and then the Click Heals would double that to 36. So this item can really boost your movement if used properly. Trever has sometimes had trouble getting into melee range fast enough, so he'll wear these Boots of Speed.
It's planting spores. The
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh talker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Duergar, dark dwarves chopping Myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwegar invaders near Lake's Edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Dwegar invaders? We can manage that. Better than picking this fight, surely.
It's very interesting that there is a deception-tagged response to say the Scourge are defeated, when Trever is here about to say that yes, absolutely, the Duergar have been slain.
The music shifts, still melancholic, but now streaked with hope.
Do you hear? A new harmony. Serenity. I name you Peace Bringer.
Fragrant spores waft through the air. Your heart swells with bliss with your every breath.
Freely you have given to us. Freely you may take. The Guardian Gate is open. Go and claim your reward. But before this, I have another boon to ask of you. You have cut out the Dwegar blight, but not its source.
In your mind's eye, Spore shows you a drow striding among Myconid dead.
Near. This one is called. He hunted us. Hunt him in turn. Bring me his head, and I will know my circle is safe.
More busy work. That's royalty for you. Everyone's their servant.
Trever is amused. This mushroom sure is racking up quite the body count.
I ask a boon, and will give one in return. The drow lurks in the ruins beyond the lake. Bring him death, and return.
Ripple bark could sustain an entire village if seeded properly. Ah, a visitor. You're a welcome sight. But let us observe the customs of the locals.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull, the spores connecting mind to mind.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance, at your service. Or perhaps not. Your mind is far more complex than that of the fungi.
Trever has never heard of this Society of Brilliance.
Understandable. We are small in number and rarely stay in one place for long. My colleagues and I are working to improve conditions in the Underdark. This need not be such a dire, hostile place. It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep?
Trever will check Blur's wares real quick. We'll buy some potions, but Blurg doesn't seem to have much here that our party wants to spend money on right now. Alright, so Trever doesn't feel the need to keep his tadpole infection secret right now, so he just blurts it out.
Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power?
Trever tells Blurg the whole story, with some dramatic embellishments, of course.
You were infected by an illithid tadpole? It's a miracle you're still intact. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may be able to assist. Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illithid tadpole inside his head, but he hasn't turned.
No ceremorphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted?
Geich, your head will make a fine trophy for my queen.
Please hold. I understand your rage against my kin. One of my brethren forced a tadpole into your eye. Or ear, perhaps? But I assure you, I stand with the Society of Brilliance, not the colonies of my people.
Trever suspects the Myconids won't allow this Mind Flayer to stay here if he was causing trouble, any more than they would accept us fighting. He'll listen, at least.
Fool! They infest your head and invade your dreams, and still you would parley.
I ask only that you refrain from violence. I respect that your opinion of my kind may be charged. If that settles matters for the time being, would you like a diagnosis? Open your mind to me. Let us see what lurks within.
Trever will allow Omeluum to examine him, confident that his friends could take the Mind Flayer if it came to that.
As Omeluum's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive, awake, almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis.
Trever wants to know, can Omeluum extract the tadpole?
No. It appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma.
Ha! That Bardbarian response. Trever bashes his own skull quite regularly as part of his show.
You would not survive the outcome. The tadpole must be completely crushed, and your skull along with it. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily perform a new examination.
Yeah. Trever thanks him for that information.
Of course. I am sorry I cannot assist you in its removal. But I have an idea.
Oh, perhaps I should start taking notes.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind.
Trever is skeptical. Isn't the stasis what's protecting him?
I do not intend to shatter its protection. I need only bypass the interference that prevents me from communicating with the lava.
Bypass? Trever wants to know what kind of alchemy this is.
A tincture distilled from a collection of rare mushrooms. They have subtle psionic influence. I would require a fresh ton of madness and Timusk spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms can be quite dangerous. Timusks cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is self-explanatory.
Interestingly enough, Trever already has those components.
These are fine specimens. It will only take me a moment to brew them to proper potency.
Omeluum turns away to prepare the potion, lost in its own musings.
You must drink the entire draught. I can make no promises as to its taste.
Trever wants to know what this potion is supposed to do before he drinks it.
It will lower the psionic defenses around the lava. If I cannot remove it, I may still be able to tell you more about its origin.
Ormeluum watches you with cautious intensity. It expects doubt. It expects fear.
Trever maintains eye contact with Ormeluum as he downs the potion in one gulp.
The acidic liquid tightens your throat, burning on the way down. It's a bolt of agony straight to your stomach.
Not a drop left. Very good. As the potion influences your mind, you may find yourself acting irrationally. Try and stay focused.
The world loses its edges, its finer boundaries. You are fluid, but trapped like a creature suspended in amber.
These are saving throws, so Shadowheart hits Trever with a resistance cantrip. Wisdom and intelligence are not his best scores, but he'll use the one that's at least not a penalty and focus on the present rather than the illusions.
A few sparks and colors dance around Ormeluum, but you stay steady and staring ahead. The tadpole spasms, seizes. It's fighting the potion even harder than you are. Fear pierces your mind like knives of ice. The parasite digs deeper, as if it means to hollow out your skull.
I love that Bardbarian gets advantage on this one because fear? What's that? Only 3 inspiration, but Trever does have advantage, so he'll try once more.
The cold blades lose their edge. You are stalwart, turning that tide of fear against itself. The parasite swells with power. More power than you have ever felt before. It surges and twists, lashing out against that which would dare to intrude. The parasite in your mind quiets, pleased with itself.
Ormeluum, are you well?
That lava is like nothing I have ever observed before. Its power is unsettling.
Trever is a little miffed. Ormeluum was supposed to make it weaker, not stronger.
You have my deepest apologies. The lava did not care for my intentions.
So after all this, the tadpole is still lodged in Trever's brain.
Indeed. Although I may have another solution, albeit a temporary one. I possess a ring of mind shielding. It prevents elder brains from noticing my presence. It will not remove the lava, but it will limit its influence, both positive and negative. I would offer it as a gift, but in truth, the ring is priceless. Is there anything you could offer me in turn?
As annoyed as he is, Trever can recognize that this isn't really the Mind Flayer's fault, so he doesn't go with the intimidation here. But maybe Ormeluum would be interested in the details of the nautiloid Trever was on.
A nautiloid? Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. We ruled the entire astral plane from their decks. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled and ended our dominion. A fascinating topic indeed. What can you tell me?
Of course, Trever goes for a retelling with high drama and action.
What a brilliant experience. To feel one step closer to my ancestors is a fine gift indeed. Here, it is yours. May it serve you as well as it has served me.
Nice. Helps not to judge a book by its cover, doesn't it?
Of course, the lava remains. Be ever vigilant of its growth. I have never seen anything like it, Blur. Is my species evolving?
Perhaps.
Trever did fail a constitution save from that potion and is now poisoned, but we have plenty of antidotes.
It simply shouldn't be possible.
The Ring of Mind Shielding is honestly a little disappointing. All it does is give you advantage on saving throws against being charmed. Still, that's more useful than a ring that literally just gives you a light cantrip, so Lae'zel will put it on.
Nutrition my species receives from other minds
so that's progress.
Difficult to emulate. I greet you, son child.
Trever notes that Omelium is strikingly independent for a mind flayer, and wonders what's going on there.
I was born with a propensity for arcane magic my people despise. It gave me the strength to resist the Elder Brain. Every waking hour I pushed back against its dire hold. My wizardry empowered me. The moment its control shattered, I fled. Before the colony discovered I had defected.
So the tales of slavering, brain-lusting mind flayers, exaggerations?
In the beginning, I had an arrangement with a lich. Excellent company, despite what one would expect. I required brains, he required souls. A perfect symbiosis. But our ambitions eventually splintered. I wished to better the world, and he preferred its rot. So I left his company, and thus I now feed from those who act against the Society's goals.
Alright, Trever will check out Omelium's wares. This Pearl of Power really catches Trevor's eye. Once per long rest, it can restore a spell slot of up to 3rd level. Trever will note that he hasn't seen caustic bulbs or spiked bulbs for sale anywhere else. Those are unique enough items that he feels he should pick up a few while he can. And he thinks the Pearl of Power amulet will be very useful. If nothing else, Shadowheart can immediately start using it to essentially make her aid spell free every day.
Worry not. You'll find the key soon enough.
No time to rest.
Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries?
Trever notes that Underdark research sounds dangerous.
Yes, but it has abundant natural resources. Spores, water orbs, Trillimac. I've studied them for years.
There is rare magic in the Underdark too. Fairsres. It radiates from the earth, warping, teleportation, and divination magic.
So he asks what Blurg has uncovered so far.
This is not a wasteland. It is a glorious ecosystem. Every civilization here could thrive without conflict. Have you spoken with Skris lately?
Yes. She is cataloging Korutuan fertility rituals.
More for me.
The Shadow of Menzoberranzan. This light armor hood has the action Shrouded in Shadow. So once per short rest, you can use it to gain invisibility for 2 turns. While the duration is much shorter than the spell, there are many cases where you can use this instead of a 2nd level spell slot or a scroll to just as good effect. No one will wear it permanently, so it would essentially take an extra action to make use of in a combat scenario, but it's still worth carrying around for certain purposes.
No time to dally.
I have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it. No traps, please. Flumph mating rituals. That field research must have been interesting.
Specks of frost cover the hole in the bottom of this chunky piece of iron, where it was clearly screwed into something. Very interesting. It looks like this might fit in with the helve we found, but something is still missing.
The cover proudly announces this book to be Flumph Mating Rituals.
Trever will investigate this book closely.
Scrutiny proves too much. The lurid text melts away before your eyes. An illusion. What remains are simple instructions written in a spare hand. The secret to forging adamantine.
Trever scans and finds the relevant part of this book, the instructions at the end on how to operate the adamantine forge, should he manage to find it.
memory shard.
Have to keep going.
I'm cutting out a minor glitch here. Like, 2 lines of Sovereign Glut's dialogue was missed, but it's just like his initial address of the Tav.
Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
Trevor's favorite memories are of doing his pit fights for a large audience, so close enough to the bustle of the city's marketplace.
The creature cringes, overwhelmed by the throngs. It reveals its own home in reply, a humid cove filled with decaying Myconid corpses.
Dwegar destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song. You mean to cleanse the Dwegar rot. I mean to join you.
Good news for Glut here, the Duergar are already dead.
I must see it for myself. Lead me to the rot. I wish to see it fester.
Trevor understands wanting to see for himself. He guesses that's fine as long as Gut doesn't get in his way.
Remain in the Underdark, and I will follow. We cleanse the rot together.
Hey ho.
Want Master back. He treats me good now. Doesn't kick me anymore.
And these things have stayed interesting. Very well.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
Nope, Trevor hasn't seen him.
Right. Never mind.
Trevor could look for him for a price.
Please. I know better than to promise coin to a stranger. He'll find his own way out, or he won't. I'll wait a little longer. What a bleeding waste it'd be to come all the way down here for nothing. Where are you? Well?
See what she's got for sale. We're low enough on money, we're not gonna pick up anything but health potions right now.
The old turnip.
Wonder if the gods are watching me. Wish I had a bag of holding.
into the hole, you see only darkness. It's impossible to tell how deep it goes by sight alone.
First, Trever just listens and stares.
Faint sounds echo against unseen stone. Nothing discernible by eye or ear.
Trever calls down for an echo. Hello?
Your call echoes as it plunges downward, before gradually fading away.
Something responded. Maybe Karlach can talk to it.
The hole offers only pitch black nothingness.
Hello?
I warned you, flesh bag. You better run.
Never a dull moment. Very well. I'll take that.
Something in the tree.
Deep.
Almost like an invisible
And still
hand
fresh.
pulling me towards it.
Some monster did this, marking its territory.
Blacket's will be done. Proceeding.
A long way to go still.
Looking ahead. Maybe I need more pockets. With haste.
Stop! Stop!
Where Biberbang blows, noble stalk grows. The dwarf was harvesting valuable noble stalk amongst these explosive Biberbang mushrooms.
This is a good bard option here. Trever will happily sort out the Biberbang situation in exchange for noble stock. That stuff is valuable.
Not got it yet! Got stuck here instead! Scroll! Escape! My bag, please! I've dropped it somewhere!
Alright. Trever will see what he can do.
Thank you, thank you!
A helpful tidbit here is that Sovereign Glut can navigate the Biberbang without activating them. And I believe he would inform Trever of that fact, because he does have an agenda, and I think he would want to ingratiate himself with a small favor now. So, Gut will go rescue Balin, and, at Trever's behest, even look for any nearby noble stock.
I need that bag! I'm all right.
What to do?
God. I can finally breathe.
Something's on my mind.
Ah, right. What were you saying?
Trever will remind Balin that he owes him for the effort gone to save him.
Yes, of course. For you. Your trouble. Ta.
And now the looking for noble stock part. Now that we have the noble stock, let's clear the field so we can see if there's anything else worth scavenging.
Let's move. One day I'll catch a break.
Something over there.
Huh, I'll give it a shot. More for me. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. What path lies before me?
Trever sees the Susur Bloom there. He's got some at camp, and he knows where this one is if he needs it, but he doesn't feel obligated to pick it up right now. We happen upon a lone hook horror, so we're just gonna try to finish it off as quickly as we can.
Have to keep going.
I will ascend. Taking position.
All right, Karlach, it's go time. Say bye-bye.
What now?
What's it calling to? Are there more of you?
I am fury. I am death. Talk to me.
Ready for another round?
No choice but to keep going. These boots have seen everything.
And Sovereign Gut will make use of one of his other main abilities, and raise the hook horror as a spore servant.
I am breathing life.
God, slow down.
Another, as far as we yet know, solitary hook horror. Since it's a lot of climbing, Trever will misty step right up to it. Unfortunately, it's way too big to throw.
Onward.
Taking position.
Ah, there's another hook horror nearby. Lae'zel will try to blind this one with a shadow arrow. Right, immune to blinded. I even checked its properties earlier. My mistake.
My turn. That's it. Open up.
With this hook horror dead, it's time to make some use of that returning pike from high ground.
Swift and lethal.
Time to press ahead.
Pay attention, pus-sucking maggot.
It's back.
Our old friend the Bulette, and he made enough noise to attract some other playmates, though he does not appear to have fully healed this time.
I will ascend.
Lae'zel's short work of the Bulette feels almost anticlimactic with all the trouble he's given us before.
Got to keep fighting.
This is gonna feel good. Watch this.
Ready.
Got to press on.
Come on, can't stay idle.
I noticed Glut had this sun sickness, giving him disadvantage on lots of rolls. I can only imagine the light from the Susa tree must count as sunlight somehow.
go. Gods, it's hot in here.
I'm ready. Victory awaits.
Lae'zel has a decent position to try to break the Drow wizard's concentration.
Focus.
Never a dull moment.
Can't afford to let up. Time to strike.
Might be useful.
Blood Guzzler garb is clothing class armor with grievous retribution. When an enemy damages the wearer gains wrath for one turn. Trever puts this on now because even though it's not as useful, having access to wrath is more flavorful for him than the Robe of Summer. Unfortunately, I later learned that the wrath condition only adds to your weapon damage, making it actually worthless for Trever. So he will change back in between sessions. Susur tree bark. A piece of tough bark from a susur tree. Holding it leaves a dull tingling in your fingers.
I've got the plans and the Susa bark. Now I need somewhere to craft it all. The forge at the blacksmith's house should do it. What's in here?
Those scribbled notes are a bit hard to understand, but it does seem to indicate there's some kind of guardian to the adamantine forge we've been hearing of, and that a hot hammer is required to destroy it. Icy crystal. This crystal is freezing to the touch, no matter how long you hold it. Shallow grooves run along the bottom, as if it's used to be attached to something. We now have 3 icy pieces that fit together, and they combine to make the Morning Frost, a very rare quarterstaff with a +1 enhancement bonus, with a few good properties. Heart of Ice, whenever the wearer deals cold damage, they deal an additional 1 cold damage. Insidious Cold, possibly inflicts chilled upon targets hit with cold damage. And Chilled makes an entity vulnerable to cold and resistant to fire. And the Morning Frost also gives you the Ray of Frost cantrip if you don't already have it. This is a pretty amazing staff for a cold magic user, which does not include our main party. I'm sure Gale could use it though. This tattered scroll says magma, but Trever has no immediate context, so he doesn't really understand it.
What's that? The rock under your feet juts upwards, forming a perfectly engraved tombstone with a small epitaph. In memory of Myrna, a shining light in this dark world, may you forever gaze upon the lake you loved to play in.
Karlach recognizes the name Myrna from the text in the Arcane Tower and asks Trever to put a bundle of autumnacross next to the tombstone like Lenore used to do.
The wind softly rustles the flower petals. Somehow, the grave feels whole again.
That wasn't something Trever would normally have done. He's finding lately that he's been behaving just a little bit more altruistic than he otherwise would. It makes him feel good, not so much being kind in and of itself, but knowing that such acts make Karlach happy. Ah well, let's show Sovereign Gut the Duergar remains like he asked.
tumor is excised. The Dwerga are dead. Here I break ground. From the dark will a mighty circle rise. My song will fill the grotto. Death Doer. The grotto may sustain but one sovereign. In the age of glut, there may be no spore. Eliminate the other sovereign.
First of all, according to Blurg, there's plenty of resources down here, so somebody's lying. And this motherfucker just ordered Trever to turn on Spa, who gave him shelter?
A fate it has earned. My circle long suffered while the Dwerga flourished. I sang to Spore for help, yet it cowered in the grotto and let my people be slaughtered. Choose, Smooth Mind. Help me grow a mighty circle and reap the reward, or protect the precious poltroon as it waits for the circle of glut to devour it whole.
Oh, and now an ultimatum. Man, fuck Glut. Trever will take no part in his underhanded scheming.
It is my right. It is my right.
Its delicate harmonies turn to scrapes and scratches.
Your corpse will birth my circle.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Trevor's about to break a foot off in Glut's ass.
Survival is all that matters.
Trever rages here, not so much because he thinks he'll need it, but because he is that pissed at Glut's turncoat betrayal.
Now this is my happy place.
What should I do? I am fury. I am death.
Let's cut your fire, baby.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
circle glut.
I'm not sure I know how to eulogize a giant mushroom. Can we leave?
Need to stay focused.
Smell blood.
Eager for battle.
Well, well, well.
Still breathing, despite everything. I'm exhausted.
So it looks like the next major place we will be going is across the lake with that Duergar boat. But there are a few minor things to tie up before we cross into unexplored territory.
It appears the guard you killed will not go unavenged.
Huh. I guess the goblins are still a bit pissed at Trever. I wonder what this lone goblin thinks he's going to accomplish.
Soldier.
Let's have a look. Time to press ahead.
After finally remembering to turn non-lethal strikes back on, Trever will take a moment to see if all the other goblins are just as foolhardy as this one was.
All right.
You see anything shiny? It's ours.
Good enough. I'll rejoin you in the basement where the blacksmith's forge is.
Here goes nothing.
Time to get this thing fired up. The bark is in place. Now for a great sword, dagger, or sickle.
The roaring furnace awaits an offering. A candy-sweet scent wafts forth. The Susa bark infuses the weapon from within the flames. The flames sputter away. The dagger is yours for the taking.
The Suser weapon, which has the same properties regardless of which variety you make, is a +1 enhancement weapon with the property that targets hit with it must make a con saving throw or be silenced. The silence condition from this weapon lasts 2 turns, but it ticks down at the beginning of the opponent's turn, so for all practical purposes, it's more like a single turn of a silenced enemy. I like the idea of the Sousa weapons more than the implementation. The silence effect does not apply when thrown, like many on-hit properties, but also the Constitution save is a flat DC 12, meaning it's just not very likely to take effect reliably. Although, giving the opponents disadvantage through bleeding or making multiple attacks per round can help it land more often.
Not as bad as it could have.
There are some encounters where it could see some use as maybe an offhand weapon for Shadowheart, so I'll let her hold on to it.
There is work to do.
Can't give up now. Need to find a way forward.
It simply shouldn't be possible.
I should speak up.
Peace bringer. Be at home.
Trever will inform Sovereign Spa that Glut tried to get him to slaughter the Circle, so Trever killed him instead.
You are one with Spore. Your throat tightens, then relaxes. The air is serene, your mind untroubled.
The songs we sing now carry your spirit. I first named you Peace Bringer. I now name you Kin Spirit.
That old idiot.
Look at that. Got my useless old man back. I suppose that's your doing. His hands are empty as a whole. We'll have to send him back out soon enough.
Trever wonders what the Bone Cloaks are doing down here in such dangerous territory.
Collecting noble stock. Valuable mushroom. We've a shop in Baldur's Gate. The locals go mad for it.
Trever knows it's valuable, but he wants to know why it's valuable to her.
Nearly nothing it can't cure. Blindness, poison, hair loss.
Trever shows Dareth that he managed to find some of it.
Ah. To no surprise of mine, you're more competent than Balin. Go on then. Hand it over.
Trevor's first instinct here is to ask, what's it worth to her?
Loads. But I haven't got anything to offer for it. And I'm counting on the shroom for that. Give it or don't.
Karlach must really be rubbing off. It's almost painful for him, but at this point Trever does hand over the noble stock without demanding anything.
Thanking you. I'll be on my way then. Look, I do thank you. Come visit me in Baldur's Gate if you find yourself that way. I run a shop called Bone Cloaks. Balin nearly sunk the shop to pay for a drink, when he was of his own mind. This might allow me to hang on a little longer. You take care out here.
The Gloves of Uninhibited Kushigo. The wearer deals an additional D4 damage with throw attacks and attacks made with improvised weapons. Honestly, this is one of the pairs of gloves I was really looking forward to when I started the character. Unfortunately, since then, I've found that improvised weapon attacks do not add your strength modifier to damage at all. So an additional 1d4 damage is simply not enough to make that play pattern worth it, as opposed to melee attacks. The 1-4 to throw attacks isn't the worst, and does stuck with the Ring of Flinging that Trever has. But, as it is, Trever has been using melee much more often, so he'll stick with the sparkle hands, though he will keep these new gloves around as an option. Now I'll do my off-camera looting and vending, and then I'll be ready to close out the session. These glowing gems can be broken and will sometimes drop shards you can sell. Uh-oh, looks like Balin heard that and isn't too happy.
My friend, Bibberbang. Curious, beautiful, but dangerous. Next time, more careful next time, for certain. Thank you for your help.
It must be a minor offense, or Balin's just too addled to stay focused on it. He must be a rare breed of fool to go wandering amongst Bibberbangs after all.
Hey? Oh, you may be right. And worse. Yes. Worse, but should have waited for Dirith. Anyway, what were you saying?
Trever is not interested in further conversation with the befuddled Balin. He'll just have to make sure he's not witnessed breaking these other glowing gems.
Tension right now.
But there was another complication I did not know about. Even without being witnessed directly, once I break the last of the glowing gems...
Softer than a whisper.
You have defiled the creature's land. You must be disciplined.
Trevor's actually not trying to start a fight with the Myconids, so he'll try to talk his way out of it. There's no chance to intimidate, which would have been his forte. Out of these options, Trever will offer to clean everything up. We have 4 inspiration, so roll again. Not starting a fight is pretty important, so we'll use up another inspiration.
The Myconid calms. You may go in peace.
That was a costly mistake. Note for future runs, don't carelessly destroy these glowing gems. Trever is picking up this ring of jumping, which gives you access to the enhanced leap spell, essentially. It's cheap, and it's a nice convenience to have a source of enhanced leap besides having to micromanage Shadowheart. Alright, so the next time Trever and company will board this Duergar boat and take it across the Ebon Lake, where, ostensibly, we will find more Duergar slavers to kill, gnomes to save, and a drow named Nier whose head to collect. And, if we're lucky, on top of all that, we will finally find a path to Moonrise Towers. I will see you then. Have a good one.